Welcome back to Movies TV Mad. Of course, you can follow me on Twitter at Movies TV Mad. And I'm very, very excited to be doing another Doctor Who video again because Russell T Davies has broken his Doctor Who silence, and this is what he's had to say. So silence. Davies is now putting his mind to other matters. A drama about Crossroads legend Noel Gordon, starring Helena Bonham Carter, and Doctor Who, which he has returned to after an 11-year break. Why can't he keep away? Because I love it. It's the first thing I watched on television. He points to a cabinet. In there is every single edition of Doctor Who magazine. He can't contain his excitement. I've already written some of the episodes. The first will go out in November 2023. That's the 60th anniversary of the show. Give us a scoop then, I beg, he says. He can't. Is Ollie Alexander the new Doctor? Behave, stop it. We have genuinely not cast anyone yet. We're just starting auditions. So, very, very interesting. If you go back to a few of the episodes of my Doctor Who Daily, I told you he's already written the 60th anniversary. Now, the rumour is that Matt Smith and David Tennant will reprise their roles as the Doctor in a 5-episode limited series to celebrate the 60th anniversary of Doctor Who. Very interesting. He's written it looks like he's written some of series 14 as well. I thought maybe he would have completed it. Maybe he's nearer to completing it than starting it. Then the journalist says, give us a scoop. Is Ollie Alexander the new Doctor? Instead of saying no, categorically, he's not the next Doctor. Ollie has denied this, but Ollie's not going to say yes, I'm the next Doctor. He says, behave, stop it. We have genuinely not cast anyone yet. We're just starting auditions. It's the first programme he ever watched. Wow. It's the enthusiasm you get from RTD. That's the difference. Now, Moffat was very enthusiastic about Doctor Who. Sometimes his enthusiasm went in a more arrogant direction, but I do like Stephen Moffat. And I don't really want to talk about Chris Chibnall anymore. You know, I'm going to celebrate all Doctor Who, whether I love it or hate it. It's Doctor Who, it's great, whatever, right? But this is important. Bad Wolf Productions now have control over Doctor Who. Sony now own a majority stake in Bad Wolf Productions. This is huge. This takes Doctor Who to another level. But it's no good having Sony and Bad Wolf Productions if you haven't got the right captain steering the TARDIS. The TARDIS needs to be piloted by the right person or it could go anywhere, right? That's my analogy there. Russell T Davies is back, not just to helm a 60th anniversary special, as I say, which looks like being a five-part special with Matt Smith and David Tennant. I think two of the most popular Doctors since the show came back with the revival. Facts. And now we know that he's written the anniversary special and he's in the middle of writing the 14th series. So Doctor Who returns November 2023. Some people acting a bit depressed and saying, oh, well, this is like fact now. Look, we always knew this is when the show was coming back. Personally, after the Chibnall specials, I'm going to need the break. I am hoping, I said I wouldn't talk about Chibnall, I always say that and I do. I do believe the final 2 episodes will be a 2-part special, an end of time kind of special, and I think they really will focus on wrapping up and ending the Timeless Child story arc. I think it does need a 2-hour kind of screen time to actually tell us what it's all about. Give the Fugitive Doctor lots of screen time. Show us some versions of the Timeless Child having adventures. You know, showing us what the Fugitive Doctor was doing with Division and things like that. I think it's important. But going forward, it's exciting that Russell is talking about it. He's so excited. He's not being moody. He's not saying, I can't talk about it. I can't talk about it because I'm in the middle of it. Now, what's very interesting, him saying that he's in the middle of auditions to cast the Doctor. Now, I don't believe this one little bit, to be honest with you. I don't. He knows who he's going to cast as the Doctor. Russell T Davies famously said on an episode of Doctor Who Confidential that he lies to the press. Wow, who would have thought, right? Everyone lies to the press. Running iconic properties, of course they do. They reveal what they want to reveal for the hype level, but they lie. I do not believe that Russell T Davies, a man like Russell T Davies, doesn't know who he wants to be his Doctor. I believe he knows. I believe Ollie Alexander has a great chance, I really do. We'll wait and see. I believe that Ollie would appeal to the young generation, and the young generation is what it's about. I don't believe the younger audience have stuck with Doctor Who in their entirety. I don't believe that, you know, lots of people, lots of families sit there with their children and watch it anymore. I'm sure you know people. I'm sure you're going to tell me that you sit there with your kids, and that's great. But it's not on the level of the Russell T Davies era. That went away. So having someone like Ollie, or I'll put my pick in, Tom Holland, would be magical. One of those two lads can really bring back a younger, diverse audience, and it's what we need. Because us Doctor Who fans are going to watch it, whatever they do. I'm not the biggest fan of the Chibnall era. I'm not the biggest fan of Jodie as the Doctor, but I'm still watching it, and now and again I do enjoy it, and sometimes I don't enjoy it, and sometimes I hate it, and sometimes I love it. And that's the love affair I've had for a very long time with Doctor Who. That's what being a Doctor Who fan is all about. It isn't an ordinary IP. It isn't an ordinary character or universe. Some of it you hate, some of it you love, because so many different actors played a role. You can't always love it. So many different showrunners control the show. You're not always going to enjoy someone's take, and that's okay. But there's always someone out there that's going to enjoy a take that you don't, and is not going to enjoy a take that you do. That's what Doctor Who's about. As you can see, I've got a smile on my face. I'm excited because Russell's talking about this final confirmation that it's not just an anniversary special that he's leading here. He's leading the new era of Doctor Who, starting from 2023. That's a long way, but as I said earlier, I think we need the break from the Chibnall era. I think to go straight into the Russell T Davies Mark II era from Chibnall, I don't think would work, and I think we need to take a break from it and evaluate what the Chibnall era has done. And of course, if we do get a two-part finale, then we can analyse that and wonder how the whole thing worked as a whole. Series 11 didn't work for me. The arc of Series 12 I found more intriguing and interesting. And Doctor Who Flux was much ado about nothing as far as I'm concerned. That's just my opinion on it, and I have done a review of Doctor Who Flux in its entirety as well, and ultimately, especially the finale, was just a damp squid. The problem is, because he doesn't want to reveal everything there. That's why the Fogwatch, it's not a Fogwatch, is it? It's a Fobwatch. The Fobwatch is given to the TARDIS, and don't let me have it unless I really, really do ask for it, which he's going to do in this too. I don't know if we're getting a two-parter in the final two specials. I would just make the assumption that that's going to happen. So Russell T Davies is working on Doctor Who as we speak. I do believe that he's already decided who his Doctor is. I do not believe there's any auditions. There certainly wouldn't be any auditions being held in the old-fashioned way. It would be done by Zoom. That's how things are done right now in the industry, and in most industries, especially with the Omicron variant, COVID variant out there. There's no way they're holding proper auditions in proper places. I wouldn't think they would go to all the trouble of having to follow all the restriction rules and all of that, when you can just basically get someone on Zoom to audition. Bit different, bit more random, but you can still do it. But I'm not convinced there's any auditions at all. But what they may have been doing, right? So don't expect this to be an opening casting call of auditions. What he may be down to is his last 3 to 6 people that he's kind of nailed it down to. Maybe he doesn't know exactly who he wants yet. That would surprise me, but let's go with that. So there may be 6 actors doing final auditions. That's what I would imagine. But what they normally do is, as well, when they choose someone, they still do the auditions just in case there's someone out there slightly better, and then they decide on their original choice. Chris Chibnall was always going to cast Jodie Whittaker. I don't think he just wanted someone that he knew and he trusted, and he took her. Russell T Davies brought in Eccleston, who he'd already worked with, but Eccleston approached Russell to do the job, and obviously Tennant and Davies had already worked together as well. So probably someone he's worked with. It's interesting who it's going to be. Female, person of colour, Asian, who knows? That's not really what matters to me, but it matters to a lot of other people, unfortunately. But that's what Russell's had to say. Doctor Who will return with the Russell T Davies era part 2 in November of 2023. And I say inject it in my veins. Take my money now, because it's going to be awesome. And it needs to please as many people as possible. Russell will make those decisions to make sure as many people are as excited as I am for Russell T Davies' return as the showrunner of Doctor Who. This has been Movies TV Mad and another Doctor Who video. I'm Mick, your host with the most. Just ask your girlfriends and your wives. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you never miss this perfection. And I'll see you again tomorrow with more videos. Until then, goodbye.